4 days into this terrible tragedy, new video gives insight to the terror that engulfed Japan's coastline. Some only had seconds to run to higher ground as waves swallowed up their cities and towns with stunning speed. Some people narrowly escaped death by clinging to whatever they could. This 60-year-old man was found Sunday, washed 9 miles out to sea, standing on what was left of his roof. But many were not as fortunate. This woman says her daughter was ripped from her hands as the power of the waves swept her away. The official death toll stands at nearly 2,500, but that number is expected to rise as search and rescue teams begin to reach areas hit hardest by the tsunami. Each day you see more and more search and rescue teams. These are from the Japanese Defense Forces, the Japanese military. Tens of thousands of them have been deployed. There are obviously teams coming from all around the world to help in the search and rescue. A team like this basically walks down the street, checking cars, checking behind abandoned buildings, behind things that have been destroyed. These search and rescue teams are racing against the clock. The nights are bitterly cold, and those who've survived have been without food and water for days. Relief centers have opened around the country to aid the roughly 450,000 people who are now homeless. They're also one of the many places where people go to search for loved ones. This is a disaster message board. You see them in city halls and government offices in towns all along the northeast of Japan right now. Basically with cell phone services down or spotty at best, people are separated obviously from their family members, from their cell phones. They can't get in touch with each other, so they come to the local government office and they leave messages. For instance, this is for a message left by a woman named Kemi for Mr. Kaneda. It basically says that she's alive, and it gives the address of where she's staying so he can get in touch with her. Right now, this is about the best way that people have to communicate. We have seen a number of families reunited. Many more aren't so lucky. According to the National Police Agency, there are some 3,000 people still missing, but again, the real number is thought to be much higher. The fear of radiation exposure continues to grip the region. The Japanese government has asked the U.S. for help in cooling the nuclear reactors. All the while, the country continues to endure aftershocks, many with a magnitude greater than 6.0. On Sunday, Japan's prime minister called for unity during these difficult times.
In the 65 years after the end of World War II, this is the toughest and the most difficult crisis for Japan.
But they'll not be able to do it on their own. This could be the most expensive earthquake in history, with damages totaling at least $100 billion. The international community has mobilized, some 90 countries offering assistance, including the U.S.
The United States will continue to offer any assistance we can as Japan recovers from multiple disasters. And we will stand with the people of Japan in the difficult days ahead.
There will certainly be more difficult days ahead as the people of Japan begin to tally all that was lost and figure out how they can move forward. Anderson Cooper, CNN, Sendai.